they are not player undroppable. This has to be very clear. They are not player undroppable. Because, if I tell this, is only to try to help my players and to try to avoid injuries, to try to have a player at the top of the form and to have a good performance. And if I'm telling this only to protect my players and to give them the possibility to be in every moment at the top. Then you know very well, you can play one game well, another so and so, another you can score, another not. And my task is to try to protect my player and to protect the team, and also to find the right way to have a good result. Don't forget that sometimes when you don't start with some players, it means that during the game you have this player into in the possibility to use him during the game. But I repeat, if we want to continue to play this four competition, especially repeat Champions League, because it's different to play Europa League and Conference League, because Europa League and Conference League can give you the possibility in the group stage to make rotations, and then also if you drop a bit of the quality in the start 11, maybe you can win the same. In Champions League are always massive game, and for this reason I need to have all the players available. All my players has to be available for the rotation, to be in every moment ready when I call them to play and to play well for the team, for the club, for the fans, for everybody.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what we've been after. We've not had that for probably the last couple of years, or certainly not as much. But what we always have had here at West Ham is we've had a great team spirit, a great group of lads who have been committed, and the boys who haven't been involved all the time have done really well. You only need to look at last year in the Europa League, how well so many of them done in the games. I think we have got much stronger competition. And what I've been sort of saying to other parts of the media there is that, you know, it's still bringing in 8 or 9 players and trying to bed them in quite quickly is not an easy thing to do. And now and again, 1 or 2 of them will hit the ground running, and we've got that situation. There'll be now again 1 or 2 who are not quite. But I think the players we've brought in will make a big difference, and it just needs a little bit of time. But we need to try and get the points on the board in the Premier League. We need to start getting results. We've shown better signs with our performances against Tottenham and Chelsea recently. So hope we can pick up, and the win last night hopefully will help our confidence.
We always hear managers saying about you.
Well, yeah, of course it's difficult in terms of results, but what we've tried to do is just keep the environment light and making sure that the players, we understand we've been in a situation that we haven't been in here before, where the results haven't gone our way and the performances aren't to the level that we would want. But I think what's important is that we have to be brave. We have to continue to show that bravery. Sometimes when you're not quite in your game, you can maybe lose that aggression, but you can't afford to do that. You got to still press the game. You still got to be aggressive, and importantly, you have to defend very, very well collectively. So we've been able to look at all those aspects of our game, like I've said before, bringing a clarity and making sure the focus is there for the players. And for me, it's straightforward. You just come into work and enjoy working with the players, and like I said, just trying to ensure that we can do the basics well.
Sometimes it is, but at the age that he has, and I think his ambition, he want to be better, will be better.
What's it like to manage?
To him?
What is he like to manage?
No, he's a perfect person. He's a nice guy. And this is the most important thing, the quality he had before he came here, and just he's continued to do what he has done. We didn't add many things. I don't have opinion.
Nothing at all?
Not at all.
Would you like to get involved in it? Would you like to be involved in it?
I don't have opinion, so I'm agree with Jurgen. So if they give me the dates we should play, will be nice, but I don't have opinion.
He's played in both positions. Sometimes he's been selected, sometimes no. I think to have versatile player that can play at the level that Ben can in both positions, as centre defender and fullback, is something, in my opinion, that any manager wants, especially when you go for a tournament, which a lot of things can happen. That's Gareth's decision and his coaching staff. And what I can tell you that whenever Ben gets the call, he will be ready.
Just on the Brazilians, because the Brazilian coach has visited here and he's got a relationship with you and Edu, but I was a little bit surprised to see Gabriel Jesus not selected. Have you been given a reason for that?
I haven't. What I have to do is try to convince the players that they have to continue to do that, put their head down, accept the decision that are made by the coach of the national team, and give them even more reasons if necessary, that is so evident that they have to be selected. And that's the way the boys reacted, and there's nothing else to comment.
Yeah, very, very pleased, but I don't think that beat the how can you say, happiness of Ivan. I think a nice little touch to the story. I would say that Gareth Southgate just showed how great a man he is, that he texted me early in the morning and said, Thomas, you can bring the news to Ivan. I think it's not often that we as managers or head coaches can bring the good news. There's a lot of times they are not playing or we need to be hard on them. And so rare, and I've said many times, is 90% suffering and 10% joy. And that was definitely a very joyful moment to be able to call him and give him the good message. And it's not often Ivan is speechless, but he was laughing and just very happy. So. And I think that's a wonderful story, because he's a very confident guy, believing in himself, and the journey has definitely not been straightforward for him. And I asked him, he actually dreamt about being an England international since he was a kid, and then of course it took a few detours the path to get the first call up. So that is incredible, and for the club, I think it's unbelievable story. So I had the staff in this morning, praised them for, we actually, I think we have, with everyone counted up, something between 15 and 20 call-ups for under 21, under 20, under 21 and full internationals. And the most of them are fully international. So that's fantastic.